It's Wednesday. It's 5 Minute Rehab Day. Come on in. Come on in. This is Taisha Presley, the owner and the founder of Legacy Empowerment Services, where we work with individuals who have experienced some type of childhood dysfunction that impacts their life. And so they want to rehabilitate their lives. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day. And guess what? If you are not, you can just always start over. You can take a minute to pause and reflect and make a decision to go in the direction that you desire to go in. Happy Wednesday, everyone. So listen, I have a birthday coming up. And of course, with all birthdays, you start reflecting. And so I have a story time for you based on my birthday reflections. Okay. So when I was about 20 years old, I remember being in church. I had just started going to church and just started kind of connecting with community. And an elder in the church came up to me and she came like all up in my face, like I am right now with you. And she kind of hit me on my chest right here. And she said, you have to know that God loves you. Like you have to really, really know it. Not head knowledge, but you have to know it in your heart that God loves you. And I was a little bit like perturbed at her suggestion that I didn't know that God loves me until I sat and I actually started thinking about it. And I started thinking about it and I recognized that I really did not truly, truly understand that God loves me. And so I went on, I guess, sort of a quest to understand the love of God, what it meant towards me, what it meant and what it meant to me in my life. I wanted to actually know and to feel the love of God. And so I went on this quest to understand it. And so in this quest, I started to like really kind of study about what love is, about what love looks like practically. I started asking people, or actually just noticing how love would demonstrate itself in other people's lives. I started looking at my own life, my failures, my shortcomings, all of those things, and how God's love has been constant. And then one day, in the midst of my questioning, in the midst of my searching, in the midst of my observations, and just in the midst of my curiosity, one day I was laying in bed and I just said, oh, I get it. I get it. God loves me. He loves me. So why did I say all that? I said all that because, as I was scrolling through my page, my business page on Instagram, I was looking at my analytics because they allow you to see who's watching what reels for how long, the demographics, which ones outperform the other ones. And in my just looking at the demographics, what I've noticed within the last maybe month or so is that the content that I put out in regards to self-acceptance, self-identity, self-love, self-understanding, self-growth is the content that I perform the best in. So I wanted to just come on today and just let you know that sometimes we think that some of these kind of grand things that people talk about, like being able to love yourself and being able to understand yourself, like these kind of grand concepts are really concepts that have to be caught, not taught. Have you ever heard that before? That there are some things in your life that you don't just read in a book and you just get it. There's some things that you have to like really just sit with. You have to sit with it long enough in curiosity for your heart to grasp it. And once your heart grasps it, it's like a light bulb that just shines and you just say, oh, I get it. I understand it. So for 5 Minute Rehab, I just wanted to come on and just let you know that if you are on a search for a meaning in any particular way, particularly in regards to yourself, I want you to know that some of the time you're going to have to just catch it. It's not going to be anything that you read in a book and in a day you get it. No, it's through the journey that you get the understanding. All right. I'll see you guys next week.